they didn't tell me much, but I know, well, all I can tell you is what I know is that her boyfriend, I guess it was, she had talked to my other daughter, Angela, about getting married. And then they broke up, but then they became good friends because we talked to her on the phone occasionally, and she was really sporadic. Sometimes she was a real nice one, you know, my wife can talk to her more than I did because me and her really didn't get along good, but you know, she was my daughter, so you know, financially I helped her out whenever I could.
Yeah. She mentioned that.
But you know, she's a strange person because after she left the house, she just kind of got a little strange. You know, she's really friendly. Sometimes she'll call and real sweet, and 10 minutes later she'll come and call in a rage, you know, just screaming at my wife. She did that for, over the last year and a half. She was doing that a lot.
Any idea why?
What
she's
going
through?
Only I could tell you is that, probably financial problems, because, you know, she was going to file bankruptcy, but she didn't have the money to, because she lost her house, she broke up with her other boyfriend prior to Travis. And I've never seen a picture of Travis. She showed my other kids, but she's never showed us anything.
I know you probably want some details, but her ex-boyfriend Travis Alexander was killed in June 4th, and it was during the time when Jodi was traveling from here to Salt Lake City, and we did track her route, and we believe she did go to Mesa. We have a lot of evidence in the house that points towards her as being the person who committed the murder. The only thing I don't have is why she committed this.
I know, man, she was getting along with him so good. She was, you know, because he was even offering her car, and then the U-Haul ruined it because they didn't take it out of gear because she didn't know what she was doing. They hooked it up for
Yeah,
her.
the BMW.
Yeah, I know that. And she told me, how are you going to, I asked her, how are you going to pay him? And he goes, Travis said I could just pay him, you know, on payments. She said, but then we're going to go through a prepaid legal where I guess she was doing something. She said they're going to sue U-Haul for not, you know, setting it up right. Yeah. And as far as I know, that's all. I don't talk to her much, but she did. I just can't believe that she would do this. She told me she was going to Utah. She told me her route. She was going to go down to see some friends in Big Sur or Monterey, and then she was going to go to LA to the convention, and she was going to go right up to Utah. You know, he says, and then after this happened, you know, I just kind of got an inclination. I go, wow, man, I don't think so, because she was just acting so normal. And then when she heard about the news, I think it was either Friday or Saturday after he was killed. I don't know, was he killed on Thursday or something?
He was found on a Monday the 9th,
okay,
like late at night.
Okay, because I know there was that weekend she bawled her eyes out. She was already back, and you know, everything was nice. She came over to the house once, and you know, nothing big, no big deal. And then she went home, and then that day I called her, and she couldn't even talk. And I go, what's going on? She goes, Travis was murdered. And
what did you think?
I didn't think much. I just thought, what the hell? Well, you know, I want to know what she did. And all she could tell me is, you know, later on she kept telling me she was going to leave the area. I go, why? She goes, because why? And then she came over one day. I was on dialysis, just got on dialysis, sat down with my wife, and we talked to her for 3 hours while I was on it, trying to get a question. She said, I can't tell you what's going on, but all I know is that I got to leave. And I go, why? She goes, because I might be blamed for something. I go, what? And he goes, I can't tell you. She goes, I just won't tell you. And she refused, never told us. Even this morning when I picked her up at the house to go to the Hertz, I said, okay, your final chance. I says, he says, you're on no, she said she was going to be back in 3 days, she told us. At least she told me that. And I said, are you going to tell me or what? I said, I want to know. And she goes, can't tell you. She says, I don't want you to get involved in anything, so I'm not telling you nothing. And I just go, oh well. And then I thought, and then she told me that she quit her job yesterday because police had called. And then I said, well, what are you running away for if you're not guilty? She goes, because I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be part of anything or something like that. And I go,
where was she going? Did she tell you
I
where?
have no idea. She just told me she's leaving, and she goes, she'll see us some other time, but it's going to be a while. But then today she told me she was going to be back in 3 days because she left a lot of her stuff at grandma's house.
Well, I talked to her for over an hour and a half, and I left with more questions than I had answers for. You know, I still don't know why. She just refuses to tell me why.
She won't talk to us either.
Yeah, she won't talk to me. And I've been talking to her since the day after Travis was found. I talked to her on the phone, and she called me 3 times that week. It was a couple times the following week. Every week she calls me. And I just sense that there's something there. And from day one, even before we found our first piece of evidence linking her to it, I knew there was something there.
Well, you know, all her old, first time, she doesn't trust us because we're parents. When she was in 8th grade, she got busted for growing marijuana with our Tupperware, putting it on top of the roof. We found it and they called the sheriff department. And then they busted her, and then, I don't know, some of her friends or something. And then we searched her room. That was the first time we've ever searched her room. And after that, she was kind of like something turned in her head that we were nosy parents, and we were gonna search everything she had. So she hid everything from us and always has since then.
Wow.
She's never been honest with us since then. And she was probably 14 then. She has never been honest with us ever since then. And then when she had the house in Palm Desert, we told her we wanted to come visit her, and she goes, "Where are you going to stay?" She didn't want to stay in her house because she was afraid we were going to snoop through her stuff. And I go, "Hey,
that
what?"
is kind of strange.
That's just the way she's been. And then when she was in Palm Desert after that, man, that's when everything, I don't know what, it's been a couple of years then. Because I said she's been a little crazy for a year. It's been longer than that now that I think about it, when she moved to Palm Desert, because, you know, she started using her credit card to make her $3,000 a month payments because she lost her job or something. And then she got just financially in debt.
That's not good. She hasn't been in a good situation in a while then, huh?
No, it's been bad.
Well, this Travis guy, I guess, helped her out quite a bit.
As far as I know, but I do know that one day when she called me crying hysterically when she decided to move to Mesa, Arizona, she snuck up at his house and she looked in the window and she saw him there on the couch with another woman. And she was planning on marrying this guy. So she just left.